and safe at home? Today, our class is going to be on basics in English grammar. English grammar is the one thing that needs to be strengthened in you so that you will be a person who will be writing error-free English. Yes? When you have to write error-free English, you have to learn the grammar from the basic. Only then you will be able to frame a sentence confidently. That confidence comes once you are thorough with your grammar. What to write, what not to write, why not to write. When you get to know that, it will be easier for you to frame sentences on your own in English, and learning English will become much more easier. When you learn grammar, after you complete your graduation, like any degree, okay, if at all you want to become a writer, if at all you want to become a reporter or an editor or a journalist, in you, the grammar knowledge in English should be strong in you. You will be the best person when you are a writer or a journalist or a reporter or any field of writing or based in English you want to be. Yes. So the basics of English grammar alone we will brush up today. This is nothing but what all you have learned in the lower classes, but still you have to brush it up again and again and again so that you will be clear. This is what it is and this is what I am going to follow. If I am thorough with this, I am not going to make any more mistakes. So this is what I have to be clear on. So have that mindset from now. There are certain people who will say, grammar I don't understand it at all. Grammar in English is the toughest part I have. There are people who say that. Or there will be people who have come to 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th and 12th saying that I don't understand grammar, but still I managed to go ahead with error-free English. Okay, if you are in that case, make sure this is the point of time that you are going to rebuild your grammar skills and you are going to make it strengthened. Yes. Now, sentences, a basic grammar, the first thing to learn in grammar is sentences. Okay, you all know what is a sentence. What is a sentence? What is a sentence? A group of words joined together to give a complete meaning is a sentence. You know that very well, isn't it? When I said that, a group of words, they themselves are a group of words. Okay? One word, group one word, of one word, words one word, together they form and give you a complete meaning that is called as a sentence. Yes? Okay? So basically you can understand what is a sentence. Do you know what are the types of sentences we have? Of course you will know, but you have to think on. What are the types of sentences we have? We have statements, questions, commands and exclamations. Yes, we have statements, questions, commands and exclamations. Grammatically, or as per the English language, what is the name for that? Statements are nothing but declarative sentences. Statements are nothing but declarative sentences. Questions are nothing but interrogative sentences. Questions are nothing but interrogative sentences. Commands are nothing but imperative sentences. Commands are nothing but imperative sentences. Exclamations are nothing but exclamatory sentences. Okay, so statements gives you information. It is called declarative sentence. First type of sentence is statements. What does the statement do? The statements give you information. Give information. And those are called what? Declarative sentences. Yeah? Okay? And questions. The next comes questions. What does the question do? Questions asked for information. I'll write info. Okay. Asks for information. A question asks for information, that is called interrogative. Interrogative sentences. Sentences. Those are called as interrogative sentences. Third type is nothing but what? Commands. Commands do what? Commands give work to something or someone. Give work in short. Okay, commands give work, and those are called as imperative sentences. Yes, and the last is exclamation. Exclamation is nothing but sentences that expresses the feelings. Might be sad or happy, any feeling, any emotion that comes to you. When you express it in the form of a sentence, that is called as exclamatory sentence. So exclamatory sentence expresses feelings or emotions. Okay, expresses feelings or emotions. Those are called as exclamatory sentences. Basically, these are the 4 types of sentences you have: statements, questions, commands, exclamation. They are otherwise called declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentences. Sentences, you know the 4 types of sentences now. Let us go for one example there. Okay, any one example for a sentence. For a sentence, example: Hari likes to play football. Okay, so this is one example of a sentence, and this is what sentence? Statement or declarative sentence, correct? Yes, because this sentence is giving you information about Hari. So this is just a declarative sentence. Okay, how can you change this into interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence is nothing but questions, right? So how will you change this into a question? So you have to add WH question to it. Okay, WH word to it. What does Hari like? Okay, so I am creating a question for this sentence. So what does Hari like? It's an interrogative sentence. Okay, and next, command. How can you bring the same meaning into a command? Hari, go play football. That's a command, right? Yes. Hari, go play football now. Go play football now. It's a command. So it's an imperative sentence. Okay. And then next, how can we change the same meaning of the sentence into exclamation? How nice it is to see Hari playing football. Okay. How nice it is to see Hari playing football. Okay, so these are the 4 examples of the 4 types of sentences: declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Okay, one more thing to note it down is declarative sentence and imperative sentence and commands carry full stop, means the period at the end of the sentence, whereas interrogative sentences will carry question mark at the end and exclamatory sentence will carry exclamatory mark at the end. Okay, so this is also you have to note down. The next topic is subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. So whenever you write a sentence will definitely have a subject and a predicate. Okay. So subject of a sentence, how will you find it out? Subject of a sentence is nothing but the person or a thing we speak about in the sentence is the subject. Remember the first sentence, Hari likes to play football. Whom did you speak in the sentence about? You spoke about Hari in the sentence. So, Hari becomes the subject of the sentence because the sentence is about Hari. Okay, if I make it as football is a wonderful game. In this sentence, what am I talking about? Football. So, just because in this sentence I am talking about football, football becomes the subject of the sentence. Is that clear? Okay. So, we will go ahead with some other example. The rockets went up. Fine. The rocket went up is a sentence. Now tell me, which is the subject of the sentence? How will you find it out? You should ask, what is the sentence all about? What is the sentence speaking on? The sentence is speaking about the rocket. So, that becomes the subject of the sentence. Got it? Then what is predicate? Excluding the subject of the sentence, the rest of the sentence will be predicate. Okay, I gave you a small sentence. How will you find out the predicate of a sentence if the sentence is very vague? Okay, can I say you, I went to the market in the morning to buy vegetables and on the way home I bought some fruits too. I am repeating the sentence. I went to the market in the morning to buy vegetables. On the way home I bought fruits too. Got it? Now tell me, what did that sentence speak about? That sentence spoke about what did I do. So I is the subject of the sentence. Which is the predicate of the sentence? Went to the market in the morning to buy vegetables. On the way home I bought some fruits too. Complete sentence except the subject is the predicate. The rest of the sentence which is left without a subject is called as a predicate. Okay, easy clue. One clue to find out which is the predicate of the sentence is predicate always starts with the verb. A verb is nothing but action word. Okay, if you are doing an action, went, see, watch, climb, jump, all these are verbs. So always a predicate will start with the verb. Okay, so except for the subject, the rest of the sentence that starting with a verb is called as a predicate. Is that clear? So subject and predicate like this. I can write the same sentence in other way around too. Okay, now tell me, after I write that, you tell me how to find out the subject of the sentence. Okay. Up went the rocket. The rocket went up. I can write it this way also. Up went the rocket. Will the predicate of this sentence, the subject of this sentence change? If you understand it as subject will always be in the front of the sentence, then you will get confusion here. You should always understand subject is nothing but what the sentence is talking about. About whom or what the sentence is talking. Okay, here also the sentence is talking about the rocket only. So again rocket becomes the subject. Up went. Except for the subject, the rest of the sentence is called predicate. Okay, so rest of the sentence is called predicate. This rule doesn't apply here. This rule doesn't apply here, but you have to just like that understand, except for the subject of the sentence, the rest of the sentence is the predicate. Understood? If the sentence is reversed, this is the way you should find the subject and predicate of a sentence. Basic thing. Okay, so statements, there are 4 types of statements you have learned, and subject and predicate. How to find the subject and predicate of a sentence, you have learnt it. Okay, now there are certain sentences too where the subject will be absent, invisible inside the sentence. Okay, like come to the ground floor. Come to the ground floor is a sentence, but who should come to the ground floor? About whom the sentence is talking is absent. Fine. So that invisible subject will always be you. The invisible subject will always be you. You come to the ground floor. You close the door. Okay, mostly in commanding sentences, imperative sentences, we won't have the subject mentioned. Okay, for example, clean the windows. Clean the windows. Okay. Might be you are asking him or her or your mother or father to do that, but always the invisible subject is understood to be you. You clean the windows. You come to the ground floor. You pick the call. You attend the person at the door. Okay, so attend the person at the door, you will say. You attend the person at the door will be the invisible subject. So whom about you are talking about will be invisible over there. So that becomes an invisible subject, you. Otherwise, this becomes the predicate. Okay, the clean the window. Clean is a verb. Starting with the verb, this becomes the predicate. Come to the ground floor, starting with the verb come, that becomes a predicate. Understood? So in imperative sentences, this is again possible for you to find a subject and a predicate. Is that clear? Okay. Next, we will go about these are very basic, okay, very basic in grammar, the most basic in grammar, where you have to understand what is a sentence and what is the subject and a predicate. Fine, this is very basic. Now, we will go for parts of speech. Okay, again a basic thing, but very important thing, because without understanding what is the parts of a sentence, what does this word stand for, what does that word stands for, together the group of words give you a complete sentence, but individually you should know what does this word mean, what is the name of this word, what is the part of this word. Like there will be a plant, you would have classified it in the science book there. These are leaves, these are stem, these are the nodules, these are the root and all that. Okay, without it is, and on the whole it is a plant, but you should know the parts of the plant to understand the functions of the plant. When you go to higher classes, when you are reading about botany or botany, you will know the inner part of the plant. If without you knowing this is leaf, this is fruit, this is flower, you will not be able to understand the in detailed classification of plant in the higher classes. Likewise, without understanding parts of speech in English, you will not be able to do or apply any rule that comes to the of your English grammar, like subject verb agreement, passive voice, active voice. Yes, you will be learning more and more and more when you go to the higher classes. So you have to understand the basic. Only then when you go ahead to higher classes like 12th standard, 11th standard, you will be able to understand it better. Okay, and also 11th and 12th standard students who are watching this, you should understand that this part of speech is again important to you. Though you are learning it every year, this is again important to you to brush up, to further proceed in a smooth manner when you are learning your English grammar. Now it's parts of speech. Any sentence you take in the English, any sentence you take in English, those words are majorly split in the 8 parts of speech that I am going to tell you now. Okay. First one is noun. Number 2, pronoun. Number 3, adjective. Verbs. Number 5, adverbs. Prepositions. Number 6, prepositions. Number 7, conjunctions. What is that? Conjunctions. Number 8, interjections. Interjections. Okay. So these are the major 8 parts that your sentences can be classified into. Okay. So we will go to learn about them one after the other. Okay. Now, you know them very well, right? Noun is the name of a place, person, animal, thing. There is one other also. Do you know that? Yes? Okay, noun is the name of person, place, animal and thing. Person, place, animal, thing. Also or quality. The idea or quality. Can you tell me the example of noun? Name of a person, your name might be name of a place, Chennai. Name of an animal, dog. That becomes a common noun. Okay, a proper noun will have a proper name. Okay, can be your name of your dog, Bruno. Okay, and thing, choppice, mobile phone. Yes, those are the name of things. And idea or quality. Idea or quality. Quality of a person. Quality of a person or idea of a relationship. Quality of a person, cleverness, you can say. Quality of or idea of some relationship, friendship. Yes, friendship is again a idea of the relationship between the two people. So those are also called as nouns. Idea or quality of a person. Sorry, idea or quality. Those are also called as nouns. Okay. Next comes pronoun. Pronouns are nothing but the substitutes of noun. Okay. So I told a person, for example, is your name. Okay. If it is my name, then it is going to be a feminine name. Then the pronoun for that feminine will be she. Okay. Place, Chennai, it. Name of an animal, Bruno. Again, it. Animal, if you frame 2 sentences about animal, will you write, okay, Bruno is my dog. It plays with me very well. So, you are substituting the word it to the name of your dog, Bruno. Fine. So, the substitute for noun is there. So, she, it, thing. Again, it will come. Okay. And if a person is singular, that is she. Okay, singular feminine, she. Singular masculine, he. Okay, a crowd of people, they. Okay, so he, she, it, and they are the substitutes, pronouns. Okay, and those are the pronouns. There are some more pronouns too. Them, I, we, you, us, him, her. These are certain common pronouns to be used in a sentence. Fine. Next comes adjectives. Adjectives are nothing but the words that give advertisement to the noun. Okay. Adjectives gives advertisement to the noun, it seems. Okay. So adjectives advertises. Now, what do you mean by advertises this? I don't understand this. Okay, advertisement is nothing but describing Describing a noun, the words that describe a noun are called as adjectives. Okay, so on a noun might be myself. Okay, the name of a teacher. Okay, then she is a bold teacher. Then bold is the word that describes me. I am the noun in the sentence. Bold is the word that describes me. So that bold word becomes an adjective. Got it? Like that, any name like noun again, place, city, Chennai. You can go ahead for Chennai. Chennai is the biggest city. Okay, so which is the adjective there? Biggest, because biggest describes Chennai, noun. Okay, it gives advertisement to noun. Okay, so biggest is the adjective over there. Got it? Likewise, it expresses the description of a noun. So adjectives expresses the description of a noun. A small information also here. You all know what are determiners. Determiners means the word or the words that specify the quantity or limits the expression of a noun. Okay, like that is my book. That is a determiner. Okay, the moon is in the sky. The is a determiner. Fine. Both of us are learning. Okay, both is a determiner. Fine. So these determiners also play the role of adjective in certain sentences. When you are learning the grammar topics in your book, you will learn them better. Got it? So but have it in mind that certain determiners also act as adjectives in a sentence. Is that clear? Fine. Now, next we will go on with verbs. Okay, in parts of speech, verb is the major topic. Fine. When I teach you about the types of verbs and everything, I will cover the complete verb topic over there. But as of now, you can understand what is a verb. Verb is nothing but the action word. Verb basically is the action word. Okay. Can you tell me any action word? Listen. Smile. Look. Understand. All these are action words only. You are doing that action. So that becomes an action word. Okay. And that becomes the verb. Verb can also have situation. Verb can also have as situations. Okay, a situation word will also become a verb. For example, situation word. For example, she has a big house. She has a big house. Has is a verb over there. Means she is having something. Okay, she is owning something. Has is a verb only, but that is not an action word, isn't it? That is not an action word. Then how will you decide that? That is a situation word. Okay, that verb is nothing but a situation word where that says that house belongs to her. It is her house. Okay, the house belongs to her, like that, creating or connecting the situation to the noun of the sentence. Then that again becomes a verb. Fine. I have a large family. I have a large family means what? That is mine. It belongs to me. So that have goes to situation word, and that is again called as verbs in the sentence. Understood? Okay. And for these verbs, right, situation words like have, has, they will not have ing forms. Situation verbs will not have ing forms. I am having a family is wrong usage. I have a family is right usage. Is that clear? Is that clear? I am playing in the ground is a Correct usage. How? That is a correct usage. How? Because playing. Play is a action word which will carry ing form, gerund form. Verb plus ing is gerund. Okay. So playing, if it is coming, then it is correct usage. I have a house. I am having a house. I've heard you people saying this. Yes. Book having, bag having. Having cannot be a word at all. Understood? So, wherever situation word comes, acting as a verb in a sentence, that should not carry the ing forms. Is that clear? Okay. We go to learn about next one, adverbs. Adjectives give advertisement to noun. Correct? Yes, biggest, bold. I gave you examples. Adverbs give advertisement to verbs. Adverbs give advertisement to verbs. Means what? It describes the action the person is doing. Fine. She is a bold teacher, I told you. What is the job the teacher is doing? Teaching. Correct? So, the teacher is teaching clearly. Means what? How is the teaching? It is clear. So, the word clearly becomes what? Adverb. So, nothing but adverbs give advertisement to the verb. Advertises the verb in a sentence. So, that becomes an adverb. Prepositions are nothing but the words used in a sentence to show the time, place, method of a pronoun or noun in a sentence. Understood? Always preposition will be used. Words used to mention the time, place and method of a noun. Understood? If I say the stoppiece, of course the stoppiece is a noun, name of a thing. Got it? If I say the stoppiece is there inside my hand. What is the word that is telling you the place of the stoppiece? Inside. In. Okay, so inside is the preposition over there. So there are many prepositions like at, in, on, to, with, behind, between, above, over. Okay, all these words are prepositions which will mention the time, place and method of a noun or a pronoun in the sentence. That is called as prepositions. Okay, conjunctions. Next we should go with conjunctions. We will write what prepositions are here. Words that show time, place or method of a noun or a pronoun is called as a preposition. Now we will go ahead with conjunctions. Conjunctions are nothing but the joining words and, but, because, so. All these are conjunctions. Okay, they will either join two sentences or two words in a sentence. Got it? My brother and his friend went to Kodaikanal. Okay, so my brother and my friend went to Kodaikanal. Here, and is the conjunction which is joining two words. My brother is one word, his friend is another word. It is joining two words, my brother and his friend. So, and becomes a conjunction over there. Joining word. Got it? I went to the market and I met my friend. So, two sentences are there. I went to the market, one sentence. I met my friend, one sentence, and is joining the two sentences. So, and, but, because, so are the conjunctions or otherwise called as joining words which will join two words or two sentences. Understood? That is what is called as a conjunction. Conjunction is nothing but joining word. Interjections. Interjections are the interesting ones because Always, almost like Dhoni retired a week before, I'm not sure, okay. So Dhoni retired and most of his fans were like, alas, oh my God, he'll not be there, we're going to miss him, okay. How bad it is for him not to be there, okay. How bad it is, alas, okay. And oh my God, these are all the expression words. Interjections are nothing but the expression words. Interjections are nothing but expression words. Understood? Parts of speech, 8 parts of speech. Noun is nothing but a name of a person, place, animal, thing, idea or quality. Pronoun is nothing but the words that substitutes the noun in a sentence. He, she, it, they, them, we, I, you, okay, me, us, him, her, all these are prepositional pronouns. Next is adjective. Adjective is nothing but the word that advertises a noun. Bold, biggest, I gave you examples. Verbs. Verbs are nothing but the action words or the situation words in a sentence. Okay, action words. He played in the ground. He plays in the ground is the action word. I have a house. He has a teddy bear. Okay, so these are situation words that also act as a verb in a sentence. Adverbs. Adverbs are nothing but advertises the verb. The words that give advertisement to the verb means describes the verb in a sentence. Tall, short, bright, studious, smart, all these are adverbs. Prepositions, the words that show time, place or a method of a pronoun or noun in a sentence is called as preposition. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are nothing but the joining words. Okay, conjunctions are nothing but the joining words like this again there. Okay, like, and, so, because, but, all these words are conjunctions. Interjections. Interjections are nothing but the words that expresses the emotion, the feelings that is there in you. Those are called as interjections. Hooray, alas, oh my God. How sad it is. Wow, beautiful. All these are expression words that are interjections. Understood? As of now, we have learnt sentences, 4 forms of sentences: declarative, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. We have seen examples for them too. Then we saw how to find the subject and predicate of a sentence, and then we went ahead to learn parts of speech of a sentence. Understood? So parts of speech of a sentence, I have given you clear explanation. I want you to write at least 5 sentences based on the parts of speech. In those sentences, you have to separate the subject and the predicate. Got it? Do not frame simple sentences, frame the lengthy sentences. Check if your sentence, in that sentence, are you able to differentiate, classify the sentence into the parts of speech. This is noun in the sentence, this is verb in the sentence, this is the adjective of the sentence, like that. Are you able to classify them? Check on that. If you are able to classify them, good, you have learned them better. But if you say, I don't know to frame a big sentence, I can frame small sentences, go for newspaper. Take today's newspaper or go for Google. Google.com, you can get more of lengthy sentences. Pick up those sentences, okay, as examples. Based on those sentences, you frame your own sentence, at least 5 sentences. Okay, classify the parts of speech in that sentence. Try to find the subject and predicate in that sentence. Okay, only if you go ahead to work on the basic grammar what you have learned, then you will be able to understand it better. Okay, when you teach or when you practice, you learn it better. Understood? So make sure you are teaching this to your younger ones in the house. Younger ones or your parents too. Parents who are interested to learn grammar, you can go ahead to teach them what you learned now. Fine? So go ahead to teach them. Gain more of your knowledge so that it will be easier for you. When you go ahead to apply rules in grammar, to learn more in grammar in the higher classes. Got it? As we move on in the units lessons, we have loads and loads of grammar to be learned. So this will be useful for you to learn it better. Understood? Thank you children. Meet you again.